Hello again, friends. Today I have something to show you guys. And also, you guys might have already seen, but at the end of the last video I showed you, I got a new movie, The Has Been Hotel DVD. It came with a poster, and also came with a card called Hate Watching. I do that a lot sometimes, but not really, actually. Maybe. I don't know. Anyway, let's go do the video. So, today we are going to be ranking Transformers live action designs, because, yes, I'm gonna get rid of E tier simply because I don't think E deserves to be a tier. I believe it should just go straight to F. So, first up is Alice. Her alt mode, fantastic. Her robot mode, freaky. Still fantastic. Love it. Go to S tier. Uh, he, who would have seen that coming? Love it all the way around. If you know, you know. Anyway, this guy, I know his name. I'm not gonna say his name. I hate his name. I also hate his design. Go to F. Actually, I don't remember. Do you turn to a toaster? If you turn to a toaster, you go to D. But I don't know that for sure. So you're going to F. But if you're the one that turns into a toaster, you go to D. That's the only redeeming quality of you. You turn into a toaster, and that's funny. But I don't know, so he's going straight to F. These are two very different ones. Because this one, love its alt mode. It looks so pretty. Robot mode, a bit freaky. Still pretty. Anyway, RC from the Bumblebee movie. Eh, you can go to C tier. RC from the Bayverse. Go to B tier. I like you better. I like your abstract design better. Barricade from The Last Night. I like Barricade. I'm going to put his Last Night design, in B tier. I do like his Trans 2007 movie better. Berserker. He didn't get much screen time, so I'll put him down a peg. I'll put him above RC from the Bumblebee movie because I like his design better. Like these little things right here on his shoulders look awesome. Okay, so this is Blackout. Pretty cool guy. I wouldn't say he looks as cool as Barricade. Hmm, Barricade has more aura actually. he he didn't do much, but he survived throughout the series of movies. And Blackout died in the first one. He did turn to a helicopter though, and he does have a sidekick, but so does Barricade. And well, the only thing helping this guy is he's got a sidekick, and his sidekick's his own character. But and his sidekick is his own character too. But he turns into a helicopter, and his robot mode ain't bad. Blitzwing. from the Bumblebee movie. The Decepticon that took Bumblebee's voice out in the Bumblebee movie. Anyway, trying to remember. Um, okay, so this design looks better than Arcee's because I don't like this Arcee design that much. I'll say I'm just gonna put an A. I'll put it above Blackout actually. I'll put it right there. Bone Crusher from the 2007 movie with a Barricade and Blackout. Um, this guy. He didn't get much screen time. He showed up, died. That was literally it. Uh, but the things on his back, his claws on his back, they look awesome. His design, not so much. I'm putting him just ahead of Arcee. Uh, Brains from Age of Extinction. You don't do much. I don't really like your design that much anyway, but you weren't even able to transform, and that was probably because you're missing your leg. But you didn't do much. You and your base design, he turns into a laptop, by the way. This guy's a small guy, and he didn't really do much in the movie. Don't really like him that much, but better than this guy. Brawl. I'll put him in S tier, honestly. He looks absolutely strapped every single bit of it. He has machetes in his arms, rocket missiles on his shoulders, a cannon on his other arm, more cannons on the back of him, and he turns into a tank. Brawl is awesome. Brawn, you go there. I don't really like most of the Cybertronian modes on the Bumblebee movie. I say most. There are some that are good. But like a Brawn and Arcee here, not the best. This guy, pretty cool. I'll put him right there because I think he looks cooler than Bone Crusher, but I can't put him up any higher. Bumblebee from Age of Extinction. The second half of Age of Extinction, because down here is another one from Age of Extinction. But this is him when he gets his ninja stars on the back of him. Robot mode's good. Car mode, not that much. But robot mode is good enough that I am going to put it ahead of that. Actually, I'll put him ahead of Blackout. I'll put him ahead of Blackout just because of his robot mode. Actually, no, that's unfair. I'm putting him behind Blackout because Blackout has a good robot mode and a good car mode. Bumblebee's car mode is not that good. So the Bumblebee movie car mode for the second car mode he gets the Volkswagen, and as you know, I got the Volkswagen figure of this guy earlier this week or month. I don't know. I lose track of time. Anyway, um, he ain't as good as this one. I'd say he's not as good as Barricade. Not as good as there. I'm going to put him right here because he's better than these guys, but I'll put him in C tier right there. This one, I actually like his design. I'm actually going to put him up here because I like him more than this version of Barricade. And this guy right here, his other form of this, can go to S tier because I love this design of him. He should have kept this one instead of this one. I love this one more. And then his Jeep mode from the Bumblebee movie. This is actually pretty good too. I'm putting him up. Yeah, I'll put him above that. That's fitting. Uh, I forget which one this is. I believe this is his 2007 junk car mode. It's just like he didn't keep his car mode that much. I will say I'll put him there though. And then this one, pretty generic. This one did it better. This one pretty much kept the same design of this one, and this one looks cooler. It does look cooler than this though, so I'm gonna put it there, just right next to it. World War II Bumblebee. Slightly better. Actually, I take that back. You go back here. Because he looks cool, but not really as cool as the other Bumblebees. Actually, this guy is the worst Bumblebee out of them all. But he seems to be the best one for, like, the G1-ish design. Canopy. Didn't do much. He did do a little bit. He doesn't even have a car mode, but he has that giant pile of rubble on his back so he can hide. Uh, for that, I'm going to just put him right there in front of Bumblebee. This guy is C. Oh wait, I remember who this is actually. I was confused on who this was for a minute. This is Chromia. Chromia, not he. She. This is RC's sister. Forgot for a moment. I like Blue better, so I'm gonna put her there. Cliff Jumper. Sorry, B, I like Cliff Jumper more, and I'm sad he keeps dying. Hogman. I don't like Hogman that much. I'll put him above Toaster and Guy. Crankcase. This guy I do know his name of. This is Crankcase. I think. Maybe. Hold on, I'm gonna pause the video because I have no idea who this is. I believe it's Crankcase. We'll find out here in a moment. Okay, I just confirmed that that is Crankcase. So this is Crankcase. Doesn't help it much, but this is Crankcase. It looks almost identical to what Berserker is. They had more screen time, so I'll put Crankcase just above Berserker because he had more screen time and did more stuff. Crosshairs, go to S tier. Actually, never mind. You're not going to S tier, you're going to A tier. Sorry if I sound nasally. My nose is all stuffed up. I brace my nose by loosening my nose all the time. Anyway, so I'm gonna put him down. I'm gonna put him above Barricade. I like his design. I like his car mode. But I'm gonna put someone else up there. This is Crowbar. I like his hair. Because he actually has like hair like on the back of his head. I forget what the hairstyle is, but these guys are called the Dreadbots, or the Dreads. This guy. Who are you? Oh, I know who this is. This is Day Trader. I forgot for a second. I thought up here, this little red dot was his eye, and I was like, okay, who are you? No, this is his head. Right here. I don't know if you can see my mouse, but right there is his head. This is Day Trader. All of this on his back is junk he's trying to sell. So, I didn't like you that much. I'll put you in between uh Brain and his other form. Demolisher. A tier. Only reason he isn't S is because of Devastator right here. It's Devastator going straight up into A tier. Go ahead, Avalis. You are a cooler design instead of this lady. I'm picking cool design over reasoning insert here. If you know, you know. Anyway, this is DevCon. I feel like I should get a reward for knowing this guy's name. But, uh, because it's never said in the film, and it's not really a known character that well. But this is DevCon. He doesn't transform in the movie. He literally shows up for one scene, and that's it. But that one scene is enough. He looks cool. I'm putting him above his above Age of Extinction Bumblebee. This is Dispenser. Spencer shows up for one scene in the 2007 movie, and already better than Brains. Just straight up better than Brains, but I'm not putting him any higher. Because he only gets one scene, and he turns into a vending machine. He is literally just a Mountain Dew commercial. Just a small Mountain Dew insert. I forget your name. I know you are one of the knights, and I liked knights, but they don't really got much story. So I'm putting him in D. This is Dragonstorm. You can go to S behind Alice because while Devastator is a cool design and goes above Alice because I like cool design better than personal interest. Uh, Dragonstorm is literally just a metal dragon, a Hydra, if you will, because he's a three-headed one. Anyway, this is the worst one out of these guys because he's one of the dreads, but he wasn't with the other dreads in Dark of the Moon. He was part of Megatron's crew in The Last Night. Blue Drift. You can go behind Crosshairs. Actually, no. You go behind Barricade. Actually, take that back too. You go. No way, you are going ahead of Bumblebee from The Last Night. Because I like this guy more. And his red design was a downgrade. Because he lost his helicopter mode. He never turned into a helicopter. So he goes behind. Dropkick. This is Dropkick. Dropkick is a pretty cool character. And he's a triple changer just like Drift, because he has a car mode, a helicopter mode, and his robot mode. I'm putting him above Bumblebee up here in S tier, because Dropkick was a pretty cool character. Anyway, this is Alita 1. I remember this one. This is Alita 1. I'll put her behind Arcee. This is Evac. He didn't show up in the movies, and the only reason I remember Evac is because I remember he was in Transformers The Ride. I never went to Transformers The Ride, but I have seen things on YouTube about it, and I've heard his name before, and I remember him. Simply because I remember I've seen Alita 1. I remembered, oh wait, this guy starts with E. What was his name? Oh, Evac, I remember. Yeah, pretty forgettable character, because he never showed up in the movies. He was only in the ride. And for that, I am going to put him a really, really top of D, because he's a really cool design, but none of these other guys really did much, and he has a better design than all of them anyway. The Fallen, or Megatronus Prime. Not really a fan of his design. I'll put him. Frenzy. You get ahead of Dragons, or not even Dragonstorm. Dragonstorm's a dragon. I don't know who this is. You get ahead of that knight. Galvatron. Galvatron gets ahead of Megatronus. Actually, no. I'm putting it. Put it ahead of Barricade, honestly. Just here in B. So he can go there ahead of Barricade. Grimlock. Robot mode is pretty meh. Car mode is pretty cool. I'm gonna put him in. Alright, I'm gonna put him up here. Really high B. He's the leader of the Dinobots. But he don't have the coolest design out of them. Okay, hold up. What? Grimlock? I can't even tell who this is. Hmm. This still doesn't help that much, because it looks like a Ravage. This ain't where Ravage belongs. I don't know. Hold on, is there a Ravage? Yeah, Ravage is down here. Who is this guy? Because he has a tail. Oh, wait a minute. No, that's not him either. I guess it is him. Uh, I can't find him anywhere else. Oh, nope, there he is. Okay, no idea who that is. I'm just gonna put him in F, because I have he's that forgettable. I have no idea who he is. He's even worse than this guy for that. Anyway, the last of the dreads, Hatchet. He's going with the other dreads. Except he is going to head of. Okay, he's the, like the least interesting one because he dies immediately. But he is much cooler than this guy who's in a cage, and this guy who didn't do much. Hot Rod. So Mr. Hot Rod is S tier. I love him. He can go ahead of Dropkick. Not a triple changer, but I love his design, love his character. Hot Rod in his World War II mode. Better than Bumblebee's. That's as high as it's going. Okay, that took me a second to realize who that was. That's Hound. And Hound, I love him. He's going straight to S. Higher than all of those guys into fourth place. Love his design. I Igor or Igor, whatever it is. This is Longhaul's head stuck to a mini guy. And he's basically a pet to Megatron at this point in the story. He can go to F. Infernicus. Pretty cool character. He's a combiner. And he has a Minotaur. He's like a Minotaur. I'm going to put him behind Galvatron. Ironhide from the Bumblebee movie. I don't like this design that much, but I'm going to put him way up there in B, behind Grimlock. I love this design, however, of Ironhide, the Bayverse Ironhide, and he goes straight to S tier, behind Hound. Actually, I'll put him above Hound. The only reason I like Hound... Okay, I like Ironhide. After he died, I liked Hound. These two never met, so if they were in the same movie, oh, I'd love them both. Jazz. You like jazz? Sorry, that was a ridiculous joke. Anyway, Jazz was in the first movie, didn't really do much. But I know the lore of Jazz, and his robot mode, pretty good. Car mode, awesome. Lore, pretty good. So, ignoring the fact he died in the first movie and was the only Autobot to die in that first movie, He goes pretty high up in A. I'm putting him above Barricade. Actually, I'm going to put him above Crosshairs. So he's going to go way up there in A. Should have lasted longer. Jetfire. Jetfire is pretty cool. I'm going to put him right there in B. Actually, I'll put him. I'll put him ahead of this Ironhide. Second, Jolt. Jolt didn't do much. He was one of the people that merged Optimus and Jetfire together. But that was about all we did. I am going to put him, though, behind all the RC sisters. He can go ahead the Bumblebee and Hot Rod designs. All these Bumblebee designs, he can go ahead of them. I believe this guy is called Junkie. Junkie is the best one out of what he is. I'm gonna put him above Brawn. This guy, I believe, is Nitro Zeus. Nitro Zeus. Hold up, wait a minute. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, N. Never mind, that's Nitro Zeus. Hold up a minute, who's this? This is not Nitro Zeus. Um, okay, wait. Who's the last guy? Because it was Junkie. So, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. So, K. Oh, I know who this guy is. This is the KSI boss. As I said, he is the best one out of KSI units. I'm putting this guy behind Frenzy. This guy looks better. Honestly, he was more abundant and had more screen time, so I'll put him above there. Pink Laserbeak. So Pink Bumblebee Laserbeak. I'll put him above Canopy. Laserbeak himself. Laserbeak was pretty cool in the movie. One of Soundwave's pets. So I'm gonna put Laserbeak above Jolt. Because Laserbeak has a better design than all of these five right there. Okay, well now we got Leadfoot, one of the records. So, Leadfoot is not my favorite of all three of the records. He can go to top of C though. He is the best one out of looking of C. Internet is super slow. Okay, put Leadfoot at top of C. Also, all the records are race cars in the live action. Okay, this guy, no idea who he is. Like, I remember him, and that's good enough. Actually, I remember him enough. Him above. I don't remember his name, but he's better than this guy because I remember him. I remember him for a different reason, and it's stupid. This guy is stupid. Unless he's a toaster. That's his only redeeming quality, if he's the toaster guy. If not, stupid. Get it out of here. Okay, so Lockdown. Lockdown had a pretty cool design. Excuse me. Maybe get a drink quick. Lightning. I'm also gonna go blow my nose because I'm tired of being able to breathe up my nose. Hello. Anyway, lock. If my computer works, I could move. Okay, lockdown can go head of barricade. I'll put him ahead of barricade because he looks a little bit cooler and has a much bigger presence in the movie. He's like the main bad guy of Age of Extinction. So lockdown can go ahead of barricade. If he moves, oh yeah, did I mention I have Has-Been Hotel? I am trying to be as good as I can with this bad internet, so look at it. It looks cool. Okay, well, he's finally moved. Yippee, he moved. Go ahead, a barricade. Ahead, a barricade, not crosshairs. You're not there. Long haul. Another one of Constructicons, just like Demolisher. Looks just as cool as Demolisher. Love it. Honestly, I don't think Constructicons are that bad of looking. They don't look that bad. The Constructicons are awesome. Putting him, uh, I'll put him ahead of Crosshairs. Jazz needs more respect. Now we're to Megatron. All five versions of him throughout the five movies, because he changes so much throughout the five movies. This is him in his Dark of the Moon form. And this is his best form. I'm putting him. Honestly, I feel like Bumblebee's design looks better. But this is the best Megatron design out of the five in the live actions. So he's going to S tier. His Revenge of the Fallen look, where he gets his tank mode. Not the best, but I will say he does look better than Fallen. He looks better. The Last Night Megatron looks better than Leadfoot and the other one. I believe this is also a Dark of the Moon one, but without his cloak. I'm gonna say worse than that one. Worse than that one. And then his 2007 movie. Look, A tier. I'll put you behind Jazz. Hold up, that's Day Trader. Go back to where you belong. I thought I had Megatron. You go back to where you belong, Day Trader. You don't belong there. You belong right there, I believe, is where you were. Where did I put Megs? Oh, there he is. So he can go ahead of Lockdown. His 2007 one, second best. Anyway, Mirage or Dino. I call him Dino because, yes, he looks cool. He never uses guns, which is kind of cool. He has to use melee weapons. I will say, almost as good as Jazz to me. Jazz just needs more respect, so I'm putting him down below him. Mixmaster, another one of the Constructicons, the one that forms Devastator's head in the live action movies. Going to S tier. Actually, nah, I'm not gonna put him in S tier. I'll put him ahead of Longhaul. He has little shields on his arms because of his alt mode. Mohawk. Pretty cool gremlin. I'll put him right there. Mudflap in his ice cream mode. Ice cream mode rules. Mudflap in his other mode. I'm not gonna say he's as good as these guys. I'll put him better than Devcon. Now, I'm not saying I like their character, but their alt modes and their designs look cool. This is Nitro Zeus. Put him behind Infernicus. Onslaught. Ahead of Galvatron. And now we're to Optimus Prime in his 7 different modes. Oh boy, here we go. Rapid Fire Optimus Prime. Age of Extinction Optimus. One of the best ones. You can go ahead of Hot Rod. He is the next Prime, but not before you. He is the next in line Prime, if you didn't know in Transformers before. Because when Optimus dies, he hands over the Matrix to Hot Rod, who turns to Rodimus Prime. So, yeah, he would have maybe have turned into Rodimus Prime had the Bayverse maybe. But Optimus still looks cool. Love his design. Next, his Rise of the Beast design. Go to A tier. You can go ahead of Mixmaster. Actually, no. I'm putting you behind those two. Evasion Mode Optimus. Even better. This is Age of Extinction Optimus before he got the other mode. Even better, a better version of this. Except this... Okay, this is a mix between, uh, the other three Bayverse movies and the G1 design. This is based off the G1 design. I'm not the biggest fan of G1, but these two, they're pretty cool. These next two are pretty similar, but they're different. Anyway, this is Optimus from Dark of the Moon with his jetpack from his trailer. C tier. Jet-powered Optimus Prime whenever he took Jetfire's parts. Even better. Also, I'm putting these guys there so I can put them up to A tier. This makes him better than Mixmaster. Both ways. Them just there. Protoform Optimus. The best one out of those guys. Not even. He gets more story. But Protoform didn't really get that much. And just Optimus Prime from the 2007 movie. From, like, the first three. I'll say... I'll say Evasion Mode's better. Because it looked cooler. Oh yeah, Oreobot. Where did I put that guy? That guy is higher only because he's green. The baby Dinobot. Baby Strafe. I don't remember his name. You guys did nothing. The only reason you guys are going in D tier at all is because you guys are cute. Which goes from all of them, because I'm going to put them there. All of them. In this guy too. I don't remember their names. I don't think they had names. But, I'm going to go ahead and rank them in D tier, and then rearrange them however I seem fit for myself. There we go, that's fixed. Quintessa. Go behind Frenzy. Your design kinda sucked. Rampage, another one of the Constructicons. Go to A tier with your friends. I'm going to put him behind Barricade. He looks cool, but not as cool as the others. Okay, only a movie Ratchet. As I said, I'm not a fan of the G1 characters' designs that well. But this is pretty good. This is pretty good. Not gonna lie, this is pretty good. I might even put him above Ironhide. Barely, just barely above Ironhide. I'm not telling you which version of Ironhide yet. You'll see in a minute. You can probably guess because I don't like G1 that much. But there's a few people I am willing to make exceptions for. Actually, you can just go ahead, Jetfire, honestly. You have a cooler design than Jetfire. Ratchet. His green design. So Ratchet's green design. And this is Ratchet's yellow design. Ratchet's yellow can go behind Jolts. I wasn't ready for you, Shatter, yet, but you can go behind Jolt as well. Actually, nah, you can go ahead. You can stay there. Actually, no, you go higher. Okay, both of those guys go higher. I'm ranking them at the same time. So you could go to A tier. You have a cooler design than those two Optimus. And Shatter could go ahead of Crosshairs. Anyway, this version of Ratchet, the yellow one, arguably worse. I already told you where he's going. He goes in between Jolts and those Bumblebees. And now it's time for Ravage, G1 design. Here's where I make an exception. This goes straight to A tier. This goes to D tier. Top of D tier, but still D tier. This guy go to F. I don't even remember him. He was just that version of the Bayverse rabbit's vomit that turned into a guy. You can go to A tier. Head of Mudflap. Head of Ice Cream Mudflap. Anyway, what was I doing again? Alright, I just put that guy up there. Roadbuster. Roadbuster. The best one out of the best one out of the records. Anyway, so Roadbuster is the best one out of the records. So while I put this guy in C tier, because he's the worst looking, I'm gonna go ahead and get the other guy too, Topspin, from down here. I'm gonna go ahead and put him up here too, so that I can get them all together. So Roadbuster goes up in A tier. Topspin will go to B tier, and he will go behind Infernicus, and this guy will go ahead of Crosshairs. Gobble, go behind Brains. Yeah, he can go behind Brains, very bottom of D. Scorn. I know this guy's name. This is Scorn. He turns into a Spinosaurus. My favorite dinosaur. And I don't know if you can tell us. I love Jurassic Park 3. Why did I grab this guy? He didn't. He was supposed to stay down here. Okay, well, anyway, Scorn, go all the way up to S tier. I don't know if you know this, but Scorn turns into a Spinosaurus. My favorite dinosaur. And if you can't tell already, I love Jurassic Park 3. I love the fact that it's the Spinosaurus. It's what introduced me to the Spinosaurus. I love it. Love the Spinosaurus. This guy, immediately S tier. Go ahead, the dragon. You are not freaking Scorn. Cliff Jumper, go back to where you belong. I don't know why it clicked you, but I did not click on you. Hi. Sorry my computer is so slow. Anyway, click Scorn. Okay, Scorn, you can go there. Best, best of the Dinobots. Cliff jumper, go back down to where you belong. You didn't even get picked. Go back to where you belong. Because you belong right there with Bumblebee. Scorponok. I love this guy from the first movie. Pretty cool character. Didn't do much, but this is what made Blackout so cool. And because of that, I'll put him above Blackout. Because he's what made him cool. I forget this guy, he died for parts. I forgot what he did though. Uh, you actually had a meaningful purpose though, and you looked relatively cool, so I'll put you top of D. This is scrap metal, I think. Believe this is scrap metal. Or maybe that's scrap metal. I don't remember their names. These two Constructicons, they don't really do much in the movies besides turn the Devastator. But I'm gonna go ahead and put him with the other Constructicons. Somewhere in A. Somewhere in A. He's the least interesting out of all of them. I'll put him ahead of 2007 Megatron. Sentinel Prime. The reason my first favorite character died. Unlike someone, I don't judge him too much. And that someone ain't even a Transformer. Why are you there? I didn't click you. Anyway, as I was saying about Sentinel, unlike someone else who ruined my life, this guy actually has a cool design. And I actually don't hate him. Unlike someone else, that stupid flower. Have you seen that one short film on YouTube called There's a Man in the Woods? Yeah, sorry, that's completely random. Anyway, has nothing to do with what I was saying. Um, maybe. Maybe has nothing to do with what I'm saying. Not confirming or denying, but yeah, have you seen that? Anyway, this version of Skids is going ahead of Ice Cream Mud Flap. And Sinnoh Prime is a pretty cool design, putting him ahead of him. These guys are way cooler. You suck. Shockwave from the Bumblebee movie. As I said, I'm gonna make some uh was the word I'm looking for. Okay, I'm gonna make an exception for some G1 characters. So, Shockwave here, going to S tier. I know Shockwave is lore. Oh my, he is going to S tier. This guy's a psychopath. Love him for being one. And plus, he's really powerful. Same with the other one, but this guy's going slightly lower. This guy was doing nothing but aura farming the entire movie. But he was aura farming doing it. Which is why I am putting him below. Still an S tier, but below. He's not purple. He's just metal. Sideswipe. Buddy go to S tier. Need I say more? It's Sideswipe, he got sword for hands and wheels for feet. This guy, go to S tier. Can you wait? So he's going behind Hot Rod. Sideways. Needs more love. He should not have died in the very opening of Revenge of the Fallen. Also, this guy is a multiversal person. Uh, he's the same guy in every universe. So him dying in Revenge of the Fallen means he's dead. That's where his story ends. There's only one of him. He changes his appearance, but he's always the same guy. Exact same guy, exact same person. It's him if he's sideways. But him dying there means that's where his story ends canonically. So him dying in the opening scene, he should have had a much bigger battle. And he died in car mode. And he was running away. But he deserved better. You're going in there with Jazz, bud. A tier. Your design looks cool. Jazz looks cooler though. But you deserved better. Skids in his normal mode. If it lets me grab it. Anyway, if it lets me grab it and move it, I will tell you where he goes. Again, this ain't based off his character. This is based off his design and his car mode. I love the color green, so he's better than Mudflap, but not by much. He's just green. More of the Knights. You have a cooler design. I don't know any of your guys' name except for one of you. Two of you, actually. This is a Skolatron. Skolatron has slightly less aura. Uh, Skywarp from the Bumblebee movie. Purple. He's not really my favorite color, but I'm going to put him above the Dreads. And while I'm at it, I'm going to get this guy. I forget what his name is, but he's green. And because he's green, he looks identical to Skywarp. I forget his name, but he's green. He's an I want to seeker, but he's green. So I'm gonna put him ahead of Skywarp. That's literally it. Just ahead of Skywarp because green. Hold up a minute. I'm noticing a distinct lack of stuff. Where is the Rise of the Beast people? Because Rise of the Beast people ain't on this list. Oh well. Probably not important. Not that important for me to get them on a list. Anyway. Hold on, where did it go? Ah, there he is. Right there. Slug. You can go behind the Last Night Megatron. Soundwave from the Bumblebee movie. You know what? Both Soundwaves can go up here. Actually, there's three of you. I forget. You, however, can stay down here. Indeed. Actually, no. I'm gonna put you over here behind Bone Crusher. So that's Satellite Soundwave. These other two are going up here in A and S tier. Anyway, I'm putting this Soundwave up in S tier. Behind Ravage, because Ravage ejects in front of him. This guy is going to go right there, in between Sideways and Jazz. And now we got Squeaks. Pretty cool character, didn't do much. Starscream in his G1 colors. I'm going to put both of them up at the same time from his Bayverse and his Bumblebee movie appearance. His Bumblebee movie appearance, better than 2007 Megatron. Now then, Bayverse Starscream can go ahead of Shatter. Still Bane, the only other one of these guys I know of. He can go behind Skeletron because he don't look the best. Still Joel, what I thought this guy was until I realized Still Joel was down here. You can go down there with him. Stinger. Stinger, on the other hand, can go up to S tier. Maybe. Where did I put the Last Night Bumblebee? Because wherever the Last Night Bumblebee is where I'm going to be ranking him. There he is. I feel like you're better than Red Drift. Yeah, you're better than red drift, but not better than blue. And this red dragon can go in front of Stillbane. Strafe. Strafe goes ahead of Slug. I don't remember what your name is. I remember you're one of the Seekers, though, and share the same hype as these two. I'm gonna put you behind Skywarp because I can't remember who your name is, and I know this one of Skywarp is not a lady, but I remember she is in some continuities. And ladies first. Except for that other guy. The other guy's green. I like green. I'm gonna break that some stupid rule I just made up because he's green. Anyway, Wheeljack, a a design I like better in G1 than any of the others. Surprisingly, uh, this guy is better in G1, buddy. You are the only one of the G1 characters on live action that goes straight to S tier. Actually, I take that back. Soundwave got up here too. And so did Shockwave. And Ravage. The only Autobot that is G1 to go into S tier. He can go ahead of he can go ahead of Hot Rod. And now we're down to the last guys. Two heads. Trash design. Willie. Squeaks is better. And Wheeljack, that's Q. Evac is better than you. Anyway, this is my live action Transformers tier list. Let me know in the comments if you would change anything, or if you agree with me in some of these guys, because I know some of these are controversial. These are my picking, and also to certain people in the that may be watching this, and you know who you are. If you are, will you please come talk already? Because I'm insane the more you don't. It's been over a year. Please come talk. Please. Just come fix this. Come fix it and go back to living a normal life. Because, as I said, that stupid flower ruined my life. You guys can fix it. Just come talk and give back what you took. And the rest of you. See you guys in the next video. Remember to like, subscribe, and see you later. But, more importantly, those guys need to come talk. Please hurry.